the turtle that I told you about, which is right here. You can see him right here. Yeah. A little fun fact about sharks, which we learned this back a few weeks ago, but remember I was telling you that Shark Week, you see a lot of these, a lot of cages, shark cages. Yeah, he's a lot bigger now. Remember that the shark cages are for your enjoyment, mostly. Unless you're talking about like great white sharks or something like that, it really is just for the fear factor. We dove in this tank right here for 10 years with all the sharks this far away from us. No shark cage at all. And when Discovery Channel really took off with Shark Week and all the shark cage diving things and stuff they would show, all the aquariums around the country, to beef things up a little bit, dropped a cage in the shark tank just for visual. Oh, isn't that cool? So now in a lot of the places, it looks like the divers come in through a shark tank, but then they're still in the water. So just to give you an example, that it doesn't mean that you don't ever need one. Like I said, with great white sharks and the more aggressive sharks, certainly you would. But usually in an aquarium environment, they're pretty tame. Take a look right here. These two sharks right here have a very specific shape to their body. See their long top dorsal fin, or their tail fin, and that little scoop to their body. These are called sand tiger sharks, not to be confused with tiger shark. Okay, tiger shark has a little more spots on its body. So a sand tiger shark is sort of like if you had a scale of totally mean, stay away from them sharks to teddy bear sharks. Sand tiger sharks look mean. They have at least 10 rows of teeth exposed when they, their mouth is open. They breathe, open mouth, and you can see all the rows and rows of sharp teeth. So when you look at them, they're on this side of the spooky scale. But when you look as far as sharks go, they're teddy bears. So aquariums around the country use sand tiger sharks in their exhibits because they're very, very docile. They're super, super comfortable with scuba divers, and they're one species of shark that if the shark goes over the top of you when you have scuba bubbles coming up, a lot of times those bubbles can get caught in the gills of the shark, and it freaks the shark out. It really gets them upset. So with the sand tiger shark, they're totally used to it. It doesn't bother them a bit usually. So next time you get a chance to go visit an aquarium with your family, remember the shape of this. Remember the shape of this shark, and if you ever see it again, you'll know why they have those kind of sharks in the exhibit. Okay? Yeah, she hasn't texted back yet. Could be a rabbit. Who knows? Or a rabbit. So we learned about the total diving system. Is this important to have all the different systems when you're scuba diving? Why? Why would it be important? Well, very good summing that up, Carrie, so you don't die. Right, because if you're missing one piece of it, Sam was talking about goggles. If you're missing the goggles, you can't see. If you're missing some part of the snorkeling system, if you're missing some part of the exposure system, you're going to get cold, you're going to get freezing, you're going to get, whatever the water temperature is. Air delivery system, that means you're holding your breath. You're not going to be down there very long. Information system, you aren't sure how long you're supposed to be down. Buoyancy, you have no control over whether you sink to the bottom like a rock or whether you shoot to the surface like a cannon. And specialty training, we talked about cave diving, commercial diving, scientific diving. You're going to need those special equipments, right? When you're doing stuff like that. So just to recap, humans cannot focus their eyes underwater. They can't breathe underwater. Their feet can't propel them underwater. In a pool, but beyond that. Long distances, no. So these are why we use a mask, snorkel, and fins. I know Kylie's going on the family Bahamas trip in spring, in March, beginning of March. And we do a ton of snorkeling on that trip. So if you have the chance to, Kylie, you and mom, to grab a snorkeling set when you're home, it might be hard to find if you're living up north in the wintertime, but even if you order it online, if you can get a mask, you don't really need the fins, but a mask and a snorkel, good mask and snorkel.